12 Rules, 1 Blueprint. How an ordinary South African salary quietly builds real wealth. Rule 1. Pay yourself first. Most budgets die the same death, saving whatever is left at month end. By the 28th, nothing is left, so nothing gets saved. Flip the order instead. Set your investment debit order for payday, the 25th. The money leaves before your lifestyle even notices it arrive. Start with even 200 Rand. The habit outranks the amount. Then raise it with every increase before the lifestyle creeps in. Automation beats discipline here because it removes the monthly decision. You cannot skip a payment you never touch. Payday order matters. Savings first, bills second. Spending money last. If the month runs short, cut the spending pile, never the debit order. Money you never see is money you never miss. The date never moving means you buy in every market, high or low. One debit order dated correctly is the foundation of this blueprint. Rule 2. Build the 1-month buffer. Before any investing, park 1 month of expenses in an access savings account. This buffer is not for growth, so ignore the low interest rate. It exists to absorb the flat tire, the geyser, the retrenchment scare. Without it, every emergency lands straight on your credit card at 21%. With it, an emergency is an inconvenience instead of a debt spiral. Keep it boring and instantly reachable. Not shares, not crypto, not a fixed deposit with penalties. 1 month is the floor. Grow it to 3 when the debt is gone. This account buys you the calm that every other rule needs. Keep it at a different bank from your daily card if temptation bites. Name the account emergencies only. Labels genuinely change behavior. After every emergency, refill the buffer before restarting investments. A funded buffer turns a crisis into an admin task. Peace of mind pays no interest, yet it saves you thousands. Rule 3. Kill expensive debt first. List every debt you owe by its interest rate. A typical list. Store card 25%, credit card 21%, car 13%, bond 11%. Pay minimums on everything, then aim every spare rand at the 25%. This is the avalanche method, and it is pure arithmetic. No investment reliably beats the guaranteed return of killing a 25% debt. Once the store card dies, its whole payment attacks the 21%. Each cleared debt makes the next one die faster. The snowball feels nice, but the avalanche saves the most interest. Highest rate first every time. The bond stays last. Its rate is lowest and its term longest. Consolidation loans only help if you close the old accounts afterwards. Never finance a depreciating toy at store card rates. Interest saved is a guaranteed, tax-free return no fund manager can promise. Write your own list today. The order will surprise you. Rule 4. Master the 55 days. Most South African credit cards give up to 55 interest-free days. Used right, that is a free short-term loan every month. The rule: pay the full statement balance every month, no exceptions. Carry even 1 rand over and interest hits the whole balance. Not the leftover rand, the entire amount backdated. So set an auto payment for the full statement, never the minimum. The minimum payment is designed to keep you paying forever. Handled this way, the card builds your credit record for free. Handled badly, it charges you 21% for groceries. The clock runs from statement date, not from swipe date. Buy early in the cycle and the free loan stretch is longest. 1 late month can cost more than a year of reward points. Points are a bonus, never a reason to carry a balance. Same plastic, opposite outcomes. The difference is 1 setting. Rule 5. Max the tax-free account. The tax-free savings account is the best deal SARS will ever offer you. You may put in 36,000 Rand per year. The lifetime cap is 500,000 Rand of contributions. Inside it, growth is completely untaxed. No capital gains, no dividend tax, ever. Max 3,000 a month and you hit the cap around year 14. At 10% average growth, the pot reads about 1.8 million by then. But leave it untouched 10 more years and it grows to roughly 2.8 million. All of it tax-free. Fill it with equity funds, not a bank savings product. The limit is per person, so a couple shelters double. Withdrawals never restore your lifetime limit, so treat it as one way. Low-cost index funds keep the tax-free compounding honest. 500 a month still gets you there. It just takes longer. Open one this month. The annual limit does not roll over. Rule 6. Let SARS pay you back. Retirement annuity contributions come off your taxable income. That means SARS refunds you at your marginal rate. Earn around $30,000 a month and your top slice sits at 31%. Contribute $3,000 monthly and roughly $930 comes back at tax time. $3,000 in, $930 returned. Your exact rate sets the refund, so check your own bracket. The array also locks the money until 55, which is a feature, not a flaw. It protects your retirement from your 30-year-old self. Refund plus compounding plus protection in one product. Keep the fund fees under 1%. Fees compound exactly like returns. Budget the refund into investing, not into December. Reinvest it, and the same deal pays you twice. Pension and provident contributions enjoy the same deduction. Few legal deals in this country are this one-sided in your favor. Rule 7. Know your doubling time. Divide 72 by your annual return rate. That is roughly how many years your money takes to double. At 10%, that is a double every 7.2 years. 100,000 becomes 200, then 400, then 800,000. But a 5% savings account needs 14 years per double. Same deposit, wildly different destiny. 3 doublings at 10% take about 22 years, no extra deposits. The rule also works on your enemies. Inflation at 5% halves cash in 14 years. Money must outturn inflation or it quietly shrinks. Fees subtract straight from your rate, stretching every double. A 1% fee at 10% growth pushes doubling past 8 years. Check your fund's effective annual cost tonight. Small rate differences become whole decades over a lifetime. 72 divided by your rate. That number is your timeline. Rule 8. Start stupidly early. Invest 10,000 Rand once at 21 at 10% average growth. By 61, that single deposit reads about 452,000. Wait until 31, and the same 10,000 only reaches 174,000. 10 years of delay costs 278,000 Rand. Same money, same return, different start date. Time is doing the heavy lifting, not the amount. So the best investing age is always the one you are now. Young and broke still beats older and richer at this game. Send this rule to the youngest person you know. Compounding rewards time in the market, not timing the market. The first double feels slow, the last double is the biggest. 40 years at 10% means about 5 doubles. The maths forgives small amounts, but never late starts. Their 200 Rand today outworks your 2,000 later. Rule 9. Automate the long game. 1,000 Rand a month, invested from 25 to 65. Total deposits over those 40 years, 480,000. At 10% average returns, the final number reads 6.3 million. 13 times your money, and time did the work. Equities swing hard some years. That volatility is the price of the return. A 4% savings account feels safe, yet it loses to inflation. Saving at 4% versus investing at 10 is a 392,000 Rand gap over 20 years. Choose growth assets for money you will not touch for a decade. Then stop watching the daily prices. Raise the debit order with inflation or the plan quietly shrinks. Skipping 2 early years costs more than skipping 5 late ones. The account you never check outperforms the one you fiddle with. Set it, raise it yearly, then ignore it completely. Boring, automatic, relentless. That is how the 6.3 million happens. Rule 10. Plug the small leaks. Wealth leaks through small holes, not big ones. Every cash withdrawal at the wrong ATM costs about 7 Rand. Prepaid electricity climbs in price blocks each month. Buy each month's units inside that month, and you stay in the cheap blocks. Stockpile 3 months at once, and you pay the expensive tiers for nothing. Premium satellite runs about 900 Rand. One streaming service costs 200. Invest that 700 Rand gap instead. 20 years later it reads about 531,000 Rand. From a remote control decision, bank fees, unused data, forgotten gym debits, same leak, different logo. 100 Rand monthly leak is 1,200 a year before growth. At the shelf, divide price by weight. The label never does it for you. Small maths, repeated, is where most wealth quietly starts. Audit your debit orders tonight. At least one is pure leak. Rule 11. Audit your cover. Insurance protects wealth, but overinsurance quietly eats it. Many households pay 3 or 4 overlapping funeral policies. 3 policies at 300 Rand each is 10,800 a year. One solid policy usually covers the actual funeral cost. Add up total premiums versus total cover, then keep the best one. Redirect the rest straight into your investments. Car insurance obeys the same logic. Get 2 competing quotes. Then call your insurer's retentions line and ask them to beat it. Silence works better than arguing. Let them fill it with an offer. Insurance is for disasters you cannot absorb, not inconveniences you can. Once the buffer exists, raise your excess and the premium drops. Review all cover once a year and after every big life change. Cover the house, the car, the income, skip the gadget policies. One call, one script, a permanently lower premium. Rule 12. Leave the two-pot alone. The two-pot system lets you withdraw from retirement savings early. Just because the door is open does not mean you walk through it. 30,000 Rand drawn today is not 30,000 Rand. Left invested until 60, it could have grown to about 523,000. That is the real price tag of the withdrawal. Tax comes off the withdrawal too, so you do not even get the full 30. Emergencies happen, which is exactly what Rule 2 buffer is for. Retirement money has one job. Let it finish the job. 12 rules, 1 blueprint. Automate, protect, compound, repeat. Rule 8 already showed what a single deposit becomes over 40 years. The same maths runs backwards when you pull money out early. Every withdrawal restarts compounding from a lower base. Future you is the one client you can never refund. Your money follows the blueprint you set, so comment the rule you start this month.